Welcome to Lola's Frugal Life Podcast. If you're on a mission to be more frugal with both your time and money, you're in the right place. In this podcast, we talk about topics that help enhance living a frugal lifestyle. The goal is to save time and money where we can so that we can use the rest on what matters most to us. We talk a lot about both time and money management so that we can waste as little as possible on both. We do this while also embracing a progress over perfection mindset. If that sounds good to you, then please stick around for the latest episode right after a few quick words from our sponsor. Hi everyone, welcome back to my weekly meal plan episode. If you're new here, this is a quick episode that I do each week, just sharing with you my meal plan for the upcoming week. I think meal planning is really important and it's made a huge impact in my life. I use a regular rotation of meals on certain days and then kind of fill in the others with some other recipes just to keep life really simple. So there's definitely repetitiveness throughout each weekly meal plan. So if you're looking for new recipes all the time, you won't find that here because for me, it's more about keeping it simple and then adding more recipes in when I have time or when I feel like it, like when I just kind of want to try something new. You can find a blog post for this meal plan and every weekly meal plan on the same day that the podcast comes out on my website at lolasfrugallife.com. And there is a link to any recipes in that meal plan that I mention in this episode. So this week starts with Saturday, September 16th. We are going to be doing super easy Swedish meatballs. I don't remember if I had this in my meal plan last week. I just had a whole mix up with my meal plan last week because when we got back from vacation, my Instacart order, I picked it up and they didn't have some of the things that I needed. And I forget if I originally had something else on there and then was going to do Swedish meatballs. And then I think I was going to do French onion meatballs. And then I last minute changed it to Swedish meatballs. And then the ground beef didn't come. So then I wound up doing chicken cutlets, whatever. So we're going to do Swedish meatballs this week. These take a little bit more time to prep, but they're not too bad. And I really like them. I think they come out really good. And it's kind of one of those like transition back into fall meals. So I'm going to be doing that. And I'm going to be doing Chef John's Perfect Mashed Potatoes, which is from allrecipes.com. Oh, I forgot to mention the Swedish meatballs are from iwashyouDry.com. So the Chef John's Perfect Mashed Potatoes, it's really just a method of cooking the potatoes. You basically just cut the potatoes once in half and you cook them like that, and then it tells you how to kind of heat them up after they're done cooking to get some of the water out and then mashing them. So I just like doing it that way, so I usually follow that. And then we're just going to do some frozen vegetables on the side, like the steam fresh type. I usually just throw in the air fryer, in the microwave. So that's for Saturday. So for Sunday, I'm going to be doing homemade chicken franchise, which is from Dinner at the Zoo. This is just your basic chicken franchise recipe. You take the chicken breast, cut thin, and then you dredge it in I think it goes flour first, and then egg. Yeah, flour, egg, something like that. You cook it in the oil in the pan, and then you make like a sauce with the, I think it's like white wine and lemon juice and chicken franchise. And then we're going to be doing some just angel hair pasta on the side, probably just with some butter. For Monday, I'm going to be doing Jenny-O's Best Ever Meatloaf. This is from jennyo.com. This is a turkey meatloaf recipe. I'm sure it would come out just fine with ground beef too. We've just always made it with turkey, and that's what my kids are used to, so they really like that recipe. I'm going to be doing that with boxed shells and cheese, and then again some frozen vegetables, whatever we happen to have in the house. For Tuesday, we usually do our Mexican theme meal, so we're going to be making Southwest Skillet by Campbell's Kitchen, which is from allrecipes.com. This is one of those like skillet dishes where it's like ground beef, and it's got tomatoes and rice and beans and beefy mushroom soup. And you top it with cheddar cheese and serve it with tortilla chips. So I really like that one. We're going to be doing that for Tuesday. And then Wednesday is our seafood night. So we are going to be doing Easy Shrimp Scampi from spendwithpennies.com. This is just your basic shrimp scampi in a frying pan. Basically, I think you just kind of heat up some butter and olive oil, cook up the shrimp, and it's seasoned with white wine and garlic and salt and pepper. And then I just serve that with some like either spaghetti or, some type of pasta. For Thursday, we usually do soup or breakfast for dinner. This week we're doing soup. I'm going to be making stuffed pepper soup from tasteofhome.com. We really like this soup. It's pretty quick and easy to make. It's not an Instant Pot or anything like that. It cooks on the stovetop, but it really comes together really quickly. It's got ground beef and tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, green peppers, and some other seasonings and rice. It's basically like a stuffed pepper, but in a soup. So that's what we're going to be doing for Thursday. For Friday, we're doing our once a month ribeye steak. So like I have said before, I don't really have a recipe to share for this to post on the website, but what I do is I just take a ribeye steak and I marinate it with some olive oil and red wine vinegar and some Montreal steak seasoning. And then I just either grill it if it's nice out or throw it in the air fryer. And then as a side with that, we're going to be doing cheesy Instant Pot rice and vegetables, which is from thesaltymarshmallow.com. And this recipe is super easy. You just put some rice and vegetables and water in the Instant Pot, or it might be chicken broth, I forget. And then you just cook it for a period of time. And then when it's done, you add some shredded cheese and mix it together, and that's it. So super simple, and it goes really good with the steak. So that's it for this week's meal plan. Like I said, you can find this full meal plan with any links that I mentioned for the recipes on my website at lolasfrugallife.com. And that's it for this week. So I will see you back here next week. So thank you for checking in for this podcast episode. And don't forget, you can always email me with any questions or suggestions at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. And you can find a blog post for most of my episodes and definitely all of my meal plan episodes at lolasfrugallife.com. You can also join our private listeners group at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. And if you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen from. And I would love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram so I could see you're listening. Also, if you can please take a couple of seconds to rate and review the podcast. Those ratings and reviews are what help the show come up better in search results so that other people can find this podcast. So that will really help me in growing my audience. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have an awesome day.